Hello everyone, welcome back to AJ Cooking. Today I'm doing mushrooms. When you purchase the mushrooms, you see that there's sometimes dirt on it. This has to be washed thoroughly. This mushroom is called Baby Bella mushrooms. So I'm going to show you how I do a recipe very quick in my kitchen. Let's get started. It is very important that we wash our mushrooms thoroughly because as you can see, it comes with dirt attached to it when you purchase it from the supermarket. This is dirt. You want to remove all of that from the mushrooms. So we start by opening the faucet, getting the water on the mushrooms, and we're going to rinse it until all of the dirt comes off. Continue this step until all of your mushrooms have been washed thoroughly. You can even take them individually and run them under the faucet. So I did my best to wash all of the soil out of the mushrooms. As you can see, I took each of them one by one, ran it under the faucet, and tried to scrub it as best as I could. You can see where some of the skin came off a little bit. As you can see, all of the soil is gone. Okay, so let's soak it again. Let's soak it for another 5 minutes. Even though we have washed all of the soil out of it, let's just to be on the extra cautious side, we're just going to soak it for another 5 minutes and then we're going to rinse it out. After we have rinsed out the mushroom thoroughly, now it's time to slice it up. This is what it looks like after I've sliced up all of the mushrooms. So now it's time to cook. I'm going to be doing a coconut curry mushroom recipe today, and I'm going to add chickpeas to this. This may be a great recipe for vegans or someone who eats a lot of meat and just want to take a break from the meat today. So I have here scallion, 5 cloves of garlic. This is a good size onion, so I'm only going to use half of it. After I've sliced up all of the vegetables, I've placed them in the bowl with the mushrooms. Now that the oil is smelling fragrant in the pot, I'm going to add everything to the pot so it can cook in harmony. I have added 1 tablespoon of oil. If I tilt it, you can see the oil. I have the pot on medium to low heat. So when this starts to smell fragrant in the kitchen, then I'll add the rest of the vegetables. As you can see, you're seeing a little bit of smoke. I'm going to turn the stove down to low because we don't want our vegetables to burn. And I have here in this bowl everything that I have sliced up and diced. The garlic I've grated, the onions I've diced, and I've chopped up the scallions. I've added everything to the bowl, and now we're going to throw everything into the pot together. Don't worry about the onion and the garlic cooking separately. Everything will cook in perfect harmony in this recipe. I know for certain recipes you can do the garlic and onion separately, but for this recipe we're going to do everything together. You're going to see how good it comes out. Let's add it to the pot now. Now I'm going to give this a stir. Okay, after we have stirred all of the vegetables together, let's start to season this thing up. To the pot, we're going to add a dash of turmeric powder. Just a dash. That's all we want. I have salt-free seasoning. Add as much salt-free seasoning as you like. I'm going to put about a tablespoon. And you can see on the back, it has garlic, onion, carrot, black pepper, crushed red pepper, parsley, and lemon oil. Okay, guys, that's like about a tablespoon right there. Also, to the pot, I'm adding garlic powder. That's about a teaspoon of garlic powder. And last but not least, for the dry seasoning, I'm going to add curry powder. Guys, if you're using the Chief brand curry powder, make sure you cook it first ahead of time. I'm not using the chief brand. I'm using a nice fine curry powder. So watch how that glides on the food. Very nice and smooth. So I'm going to use about a teaspoon of curry powder. And now let's stir this up. Now we're stirring this together. Okay. On to our next step. I'm also going to be using coconut milk. I've added the contents of the coconut milk powder to 1 cup of water. Guys, look at how beautiful this looks. For some of you who don't want to go a step further, you can just cook it like this and it's good to eat. Just add a little bit of salt for taste and this is good to go. But we're going a step further because this is coconut curry mushrooms. So now I'm adding 1 cup of coconut milk to the curry mushroom. Okay guys, let's stir this together. I'm also adding chickpeas to the pot. When I use canned chickpeas, I'll share with you a technique that I use so you can never know it's canned chickpeas you're eating. I have my strainer here and I'm going to be straining the can of chickpeas. So I just poured the entire contents into the strainer here to rinse out all of the sodium that was in the can. So we rinse this under water. Okay. So guys, now that we have thoroughly rinsed out the chickpeas, we're going to add it to the pot. How would you ever know this came from the can? Answer, you won't. This is enough liquid that I have here in this mushroom recipe when I added the 1 cup of coconut milk. So I'm going to cover this and let this steam and we'll be back in 5 minutes. Also, it's on medium heat. Now we're going to cover this so it can steam. We'll be back in 5 minutes. There you have it. Coconut curry mushroom in my Caribbean kitchen. Thank you for taking the time to view my video. If you like this video and you tried this recipe, hit the like button. Push the notification bell so you get notification when I upload new videos. And please subscribe. Okay guys? I'm new to YouTube. But guys, check out my dish. Let me know if you like what you see. A nice savory coconut curried mushroom. My mouth is watering even saying it. I can't wait to dig in, guys. This tastes so good. Guys, try the recipe. Okay? Enjoy.